here. Fat Joe is really upset, right? He had that outburst on that podcast, Math Hoffa. I've had to do some research on this whole bicker beef or this, madness that Fat Joe is experiencing, right? If you don't know everything in totality about what's happened thus far, do some research. But what I'm going to do is give some examples of what creating is and what contributing is. Now, I am biased because I've always thought, right, that Black Americans, which is a group of people, an actual ethnic group that have ancestry in this country for over 500 years, over 400 years, right? The family members did not immigrate to the United States of America, right? I've always thought that group, now that I've explained what Black American is, when I say Black American in this video, that is the group I'm talking about. That is the group I'm talking about. I've always thought Black Americans created rap music in the hip hop atmosphere, genre, if you will, right? With that said, there's a movie out, Microphone Check. I've not seen the movie, the documentary, but I do plan on viewing it because my understanding is that there are people that are from the foundation and creation of this genre, rap hip hop, in that documentary. So I would like to see it, and then there would be more information besides just what I believed. Okay. With that said, it seems that Fat Joe wants there to be a 50-50 acknowledgement that equally other people, he's Puerto Rican, I believe he's Puerto Rican, right? Equally created rap music in the hip hop culture. With that said, I think everybody can agree that it came out of New York, particularly the Bronx. But at this time, I'm going to just give examples of creation and contributing. Just easy for people to understand, because I've watched different videos and people are saying, what part, how much do you think they created? Other groups. I've even heard Jamaicans, just the Puerto Ricans, other groups created. And I'm going to give just an example of sometimes there is no split between who created something, but there can be multiple contributors. For example, let's just take basketball. Black men did not create the official game of basketball. As a matter of fact, at one point, black men weren't even allowed to play in the NBA. However, black men have contributed greatly to the NBA, to basketball over the years, and up to this point, right? So that's an example of a group, black men, that contributed greatly to something that they did not create. Easy to understand. I believe that jiu-jitsu comes out of Japan. But it doesn't mean that other people did not learn how to do it well and perfect the art. We have Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right? That would be considered a contribution. Okay. Reggae, I believe most people are fine with saying that Jamaicans created that genre of music. Other groups do sing it. As a matter of fact, to the point where there was a Panamanian, Nando Boom, I believe, because I have relatives with his music, old music, right? Nando Boom began to sing to a reggae rhythm in Spanish. I don't think he's given credit for reggaeton, but that's who I would give credit to forming the foundation of reggaeton. These Spanish-speaking people, and trust me, I have nothing against Hispanics, nothing at all against Puerto Ricans or Latinos, but reggaeton is a derivative of reggae sung in the Spanish language, in a Spanish dialect, right? What I've done is provided, right, some differences between creating and contributing. There is a jazz artist, Kenny G, right? We know that Kenny G did not create the genre jazz, but he contributed to the art form. Clear differences. I'm differentiating creation and contribution, right? So for those of you who are confused about creation, contribution, sometimes there is no together or team in creating something. There can be a single person or group, in this case, an ethnicity that created something. In this case, rap, hip hop, and others could have contributed it to that. I've given some examples. So it is what it is. But Fat Joe was extremely offensive, I think. I don't use the N word. I do not let other people, use it freely around me, right? I will let people know, hey, I don't use that word. I'm offended by it. And if they continue to use it, I just, limit my time to being around them, right? It just, because you can't tie someone's mouth up, but it kind of is what it is. I think he was extremely offensive. Any thoughts? Social nerves.